Hey everyone, welcome back. It's good to be here with you. I'm Jenna, your host, and we're doing just another quick video of musings that is just not intended to be a really formal conversation, but to just continue the chats we've had in the last couple of videos. The last couple of videos were focused on exploring the balance of dark and light through the archangel consciousness of Archangel Michael and Samael, thinking about them as consciousnesses that represent the right and left hand of God, the dark and light polarities in our universe. and and there's a cool meditation that came to me that I shared 2 videos ago, so check that out if you have not yet. It's called the Sword of Light meditation, and you'll work with those two archangels to venture into the darkness and navigate your way through the darkness and come out victorious, defeating the darkness. The light always emerges victorious. So those videos were were a couple of fun videos about the darkness and about integrating the darkness, and some reflections, from my perspective about ways I engage negativity and darkness, and and I think in an upcoming video we'll talk a little more formally about underworld initiations and what that looks like in real life, like what sort of things occur, what happens in your consciousness that is indicative of an underworld initiation starting. And so that video that is coming was inspired by something that happened last night. So I thought I would just share this as another musing and to just continue the conversation, because this is kind of fun. And for those who are wondering why I'm kind of seated here with my shirt all crumpled up, I've got a cat on my lap. That's Tigra. She's about 15 now. I've had her for many years. I got her as a baby, and she's been with me on this journey. She actually has helped me in many moments navigating the darkness. She's one of my what I like to call warders. Have you seen the show The Wheel of Time? In that show, the women who are powerful, like witches in a way, they have warders. They have men who walk with them to ward off negativity. So on my journey, as I've acquired power animals and have been working with different aspects of universal consciousness, I am building my team of warders to ward off negativity. So Tigra is one of my warders. And so we've been exploring, the darkness, negativity in the last couple of videos with Archangel Samael. And that was, also reflective of some underworld work I've been doing over the last few weeks. And last night I woke up kind of in a dream state at one point, and I started hearing something. And I started hearing Serapis Bay. And I was like, I feel like I've come across that name before, but I'm kind of not remembering. I'm kind of not remembering who that is. Like, this is a being of some sort, but who is it? And what is there for me to do right now? And what I was gathering was that there wasn't really anything for me to do right then, but there was something for me to explore and learn about this being and this consciousness as a follow-up to that message. So I got this like phone call from Spirit, and Serapis Bay is one of the 7 Sapta Rishis. This is one of the 7 souls, consciousnesses that has been working with planet Earth to evolve our consciousness collectively and to support the spiritual evolution of this planet. The 7 Sapta Rishis, also known as the Great White Brotherhood. They've gone by some other names as well. This is a group that, in a sense, has been assigned to this planet. And it's my understanding, my belief that throughout the entire galaxy, throughout all of the galaxies, each planet is going to be assigned a group of high-level advanced souls who can support the evolution of that planet and who sometimes go incarnate on that planet to do some physical work. So this consciousness has been around before, as you know, the others have, and this consciousness is connected to underworld initiations. This is a consciousness that is thought to have potentially been god Osiris in ancient Egypt, and Ptolemy in his time developed a cult to Serapis in ancient Greece based on his research exploration of ancient Greece. And so the cult of Serapis and many temples related to Serapis sprung up, and it's thought that Serapis incarnated as Plato. Oddly enough, I was actually talking to someone about Plato yesterday because my other cat is named Timmy, but his formal name is Timaeus, after Plato's work. So we have some interesting connections here forming. And 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 so, you know, you can start to go down a lot of rabbit holes, like trying to figure out who certain souls have been throughout history or whatever, right? Like that's its own thing you can get into if you're interested in that. That doesn't really matter, but this is a consciousness, a being that is reflective of underworld initiations. And as I started kind of asking more about, you know, what was to be gathered here, what, you know, is to be integrated, I guess, by working with this consciousness, there I think wants to be another video at some point about underworld initiations. And so we'll go into just like a little more formal, you know, conversation about that. But I just thought today that I would share that thing that happened with the dream last night, because I found that just so cool, and also very validating for the work we've been doing in the last few videos, and for the work I've been doing in my, you know, personal life. And I also find it interesting that Ptolemy started his work around Serapis by receiving guidance in a dream. So how fun is that? That like same thing happened last night. So so more to come on the underworld, and ways we navigate it, and ways we start to experience underworld initiations and what that's all about. And maybe we'll also go into some of the like virtues versus sins, right? Since we've been talking about the balance of light and dark, and Archangel Michael and Archangel Samael, and really understanding what is truly a sin versus what is feeding the light, within us, is, I think, such a helpful thing for us to just hold in our minds, and helps us calibrate, you know, throughout our daily lives. You know, am I leaning into you know, gluttony or lust? Am I, you know, leaning into behavior that is like Archangel Samael behavior? And, you know, where am I getting out of balance there? Or in relation to Serapis, Osiris, god of death, you know, where can we do more work around death? I think I just killed a bug. There you go. So there's a little underworld initiation right there. I just killed something on camera. So so again, like, where can we, you know, embrace death in a healthier way? All those sorts of things. We can we can start to just understand, you know, how these aspects of consciousness, these temptations into sin, show up in our lives, and how we can navigate our way through them, and also how we cannot create a lot of judgment around the idea of sin, right? Like, it's a tricky thing to navigate. It is a slippery slope sometimes, right? Because when we talk about that word sin, there's a lot of connotation of judgment around it, and judgment is a sin. So like how can we, work our way through underworld initiations from a place of non-judgment, and how can we recognize the distortions that have been living within us in a non-judgmental way, in a way that helps us navigate those initiatory periods in our lives in easier ways. So we'll talk about underworld initiations a little more in an upcoming video. And I'm so curious, as you're watching these videos, are you having any interesting experiences or moments of initiation? Leave a comment, let me know. And again, reach out if you have questions. If you start to have any activations that you're like, what is going on here? Just reach out. I will gladly help you through whatever is coming up. Okay, bye for now.